Hi everybody and welcome to your Wednesday watch. So I've got my lovely client Kay back. We have removed the pastel design that we previously had on. If you remember them, it was the pastel pigments with the black kind of lines and that. Went a bit artsy fartsy, didn't I? So she's back with me and I filed them down. We're going to go for blues and soft greens. Yeah, that's what we're going for today. A nice design set. So yeah, there wasn't a lot to do. There was hardly any lifting. So I've just infilled the back of it with a little bit of clear and we are ready to design. So this little finger has just got just a gentle ombre, glitter ombre down on it. Nothing too much with the little finger. Like, you know, my little finger and thumb are pretty much the same. No one's really looking at them. So we just put something simple on these ones. And did you see my little thing? It popped up to tell you what I'm using, and that was your mint and seafoam dazzle. I always put it in the description, but I always get people who say, what have you used? What have you used? And I think I always say that I'll list everything in the description. But I'm going to put it in the description and I'm going to do a little pop-up. So hopefully everybody will know what I'm using this week. So we are now doing a half marble using bottlenose and your mint from Glitterbels. So 2 wet beads going on, and then I'm using the tip of my brush like a knife to cut through. Ensure that you don't push through and touch the layer, like the base layer, because it'll all end up on your brush. You're just going to be feathering through the 2 beads with the tip of the brush like a knife, just cutting through. Try not to go through the same line twice because it'll all end up as one colour. Now the middle now, we're going to do an ombre, making sure that you feather the first bead, ensure that you feather the back of it backwards so that you don't get a harsh line, and then painting forwards. So the bottlenose is going on at the free edge here, and then we'll be using your mint from the cuticle down. So we've gone for, we did originally, me and Kay, we pulled out loads of oranges and yellows, but we felt that we'd done a very similar set that what we had in mind. So we've mixed it up and brought in the blues and the greens, and we're going to be throwing lots of sparkles and flowers at this one. So it's a spring, summer kind of set with lots of dried flowers. Really simple, easy to use. We are going to be encapsulating them in, and they're really tiny. They don't give it any bulk. But you can see I try and work really thin. I work nice and wet with my coloured acrylics. So that's going to keep it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Eskimo kisses. So keeping it nice and wet is going to keep it really nice and thin as well. And I like Glitterbels because their colours are nice and pigmented. I also like Glam and Glitz as well. High pigmented acrylic colours, which I need. Therefore, I can keep it wetter, but keep the colour. So going in and adding these dried flowers, just chopping them up with my scissors. I will put a teeny bit of clear acrylic and just stick them on, really. There's not much to do to it, just sticking them on. And this is good. If your ombre is a bit shit, just stick some over it. Boom, flowers, done. Everyone's winning. You can't tell. But I really like dried flowers as well because, yeah, I really like the milk bath ones that people do, but we're just going for a kind of swooshy swoosh over it. Now, last week, apologies, there wasn't a video. Nobody called me out on it, so thanks for understanding that my life was a little bit hectic. We are heavy on the lambing. I've still got 5 ewes to lamb, but we're going well. It's all good. But I feel like I've got newborns again because there's a few cade lambs that I'm having to bottle feed, so it is a little bit constant. But I do like it because I become like their mum and they love me and they run at me and they look like they like me more than my own children do. So I do probably kind of Munchausen a little bit with these baby lambs. I'm like, you don't need your mum, you don't need your mum. I'll probably, make them more sick so that they love me more. That's a joke, people. I don't have Munchausen. I'm not going to hurt any lambs. But I do love how much they depend on me because unfortunately my babies are growing up and they don't want me anymore. They don't want me. So yeah, these little things, they're just gonna follow me around. Yay. So somebody did ask me the other day on my Instagram, why do you farm if you don't like them? Well, it was never a choice. Having these sheep was never a choice of mine. I got sold it from my husband saying, oh, we'll live off the land, Kai, it's going to be brilliant, we'll move to the countryside, we'll do this. He's not even a farmer, we're not even real farmers. He's an electrician, I'm a nail tech. And he sold me this dream, and I don't even eat lamb. I have no benefit, but lots of work, lots of arguments. We always argue when we're working with sheep. But I guess I do have the little lambs now. But as they get older, how can one animal be so cute and then grow into probably the ugliest animal out there and the stupidest? They are so dull. They are so dull. Like, you can look at them one day, fine, they look the healthiest they ever have been. Next day, dead. Just fucking dead. Yeah, they're stupid and they're ugly, but as lambs, then I've got all the time for them. Right, should we go back to nails? So now I've told you why. That was just to say why there wasn't a Wednesday watch in here. You know all about my lambing. If you are interested in the lambing side of it, my Instagram, I post loads of, recently, there's lots going on. So in my stories, there's lots of lambs and lots of farming life and stuff like that. So if you don't just want nails and you want a bit more about me, then my Instagram has that. So it's the same name as my YouTube, so it's Wherry, nail artist and educator, and yeah, you'll get lots of nail and farming and Kai content over there. Right, back to this reverse French. I didn't talk through it because you've seen it a million times. I'm going in with my metal file and just making sure that it's lovely and crisp, okay? So not over it, not under it, nice flat up against that wall, so we can push design up to it. So, the 3D French that I've done in the past, so we're kind of doing that, but kind of not. We're going to be leaving a shadowed line, and I'm using Cobolt from Indigo nails. With my detailer, I am just painting that wall. Make sure you come up and even come up over that wall. It doesn't matter if it goes onto the top of the nail because it will file off. But if you don't go high enough, there's no point continuing because what we're trying to do won't be achievable, because what we're going to do is paint this in gel polish. It will be cured first, so in a minute it will go into the lamp. It's now come out, and then we're going to go in with this Your Mint acrylic and we're pushing up to it. Okay, so what will happen after I finish with this design, obviously I'm going to be putting glitter and more dried flowers in, and it will be encapsulated. But when you come to file out, you'll see this dark line and it'll kind of give like a shadowed effect. Yeah, not as intense. Obviously, it's not the 3D French ones that you've seen on my YouTube. It's just, it gives like kind of like a halo around the smile line of this. I've seen loads of different designs. I think they're really effective, so I thought I'd give it a little bash. Because I sat looking at this nail like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with this fingernail? What am I going to do? And I just thought, that's what I'll do. So yeah, something a little bit different. And it's quite effective. And as you saw, it was dead simple. You just paint up that wall of product that you've built. You're just going to be building gel polish up and around and over it. So time to encapsulate them using the glass slippers from, is it glass slippers? Oh, I don't know, crystal glass, I don't know. It's clear, it's a clear acrylic. And painting that all over it. You can see I don't work too dry with it. I've already got my base layer. I've got a core sugared almond. I've got design. This is just protecting my glitter and my acrylic designs. Adding an apex if I need it. I didn't remove loads of product on the previous design, so I know I already had a lot of structure going on. Keeping my design nice and thin by working wet. I'm just skimming over it to protect it. The apex is there. Now, your apexes don't have to be huge. They're not going to be massive. these were sculpted. They've already got this structure running underneath it in this almond. That curvature runs through the underside of it. So yeah, we're just protecting it. So nice wet beads. I've got, you know, if it's a longer nail, I'm not going to come in and do it in one whole bead. I'll break it down, do it in two. I think you see that more on the thumbnail, which I've left in this week. Who am I, eh? Who am I? But yeah, so we're going to just do the free edge of this reverse. There's no need to come up over the sugared almond. That is strong. I've built the apex with that powder. So we're just protecting those flowers, protecting the glitter, and adding what we need to build it up. Now to the thumb. So it's a larger nail. I'm going to go halfway. You can see it's nice and wet. I'm just pulling it over, just protecting it. I'll then come at the cuticle. I'll be using the tip of my brush to make it nice and flush. So here, tuck, 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 wipe down each side wall so they're not big and bulky. Tuck, 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 side wall, gone. And as you see, I'm using the size 12 from the website and then leaving an apex where I need it and painting down in. And that is it. It's done. It really is done. I filed these off camera. So yeah, I also created this set whilst drinking champagne. So I think they've turned out all right. I did get a bit of a squiffy head. It was 9:30 in the morning, and Kay was my first set in the salon. I know I'd done my set the other week, but she was my first real person, so she brought me some pink champagne and some lovely flowers. Thank you, Kay. Mwah, love you. But I did get a bit of a fuzzy head whilst doing it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to stop, Barbs. Literally 9:30 on the bubbles, but you know, 10 years in my kitchen working. We deserved it, Kay, didn't we? We deserved it. And the set turned out okay. Right, guys, that is it. That is that set done. It's nice, quick, easy design set. Remember, go find me on Instagram. If you do the design, please tag me in it. Let me see what you create. I will put all the discount codes in the description. And if you don't already, guys, please would you subscribe? Please comment. And I'll see you all again next Wednesday. Love you.